My name is Diana McGee with RE/MAX Blue Line. I've been a realtor for 10 years now and absolutely love the business.
Hi, my name is Jason Dominguez. I work with RE/MAX Blue Line with Mike Barbanica. I've been a realtor for 16 and a half years and counting.
My name is Roland Rashid. I work with RE/MAX Blue Line, and I help buy and sell homes.
Chuck Bayham, RE/MAX Blue Line. I've been with RE/MAX Blue Line about 3.5 years now.
Jose Sablowski. I'm a real estate agent with RE/MAX Blue Line.
Yes, my name is Paul Kelly. I'm with RE/MAX Blue Line. I joined RE/MAX about 2.5 years ago.
So my career prior to me coming here more than 3.5 years ago was I was barely making it. I could barely feed my family, and I just felt like this was the right job for me. I knew I could do it, but I needed to find somebody that could help me get there. I even told, when I interviewed with the broker, I told him that this was going to be my last shot. If I can't make it here, I'm done.
I'm working on my 17th year, and I started here. It was coming in to sell U-lock boxes.
Yep.
From my old company. The old company, my brokers retired, so they closed down. And I really wasn't looking to go anywhere else. I was just going to keep my license hung with them until I came in and saw you with the lock boxes, and you and I got to talking and just seemed to hit it off. So you told me what you guys were doing here and asked me if I'd be interested. I thought, why not? Give it a shot.
Prior to coming into real estate, I was a restaurant manager for about 20 years, wanted a career change, and wanted to do something different instead of doing restaurants, and wanted to grow in a different path, and didn't know nothing about real estate, and knew that he was the right person, meaning Mike, and came along, and sure enough now, 7.5 years later, I'm doing well in the real estate industry.
Came over from the mortgage industry of several years, about 15 plus years, and settled in with RE/MAX Blue Line right here in Antioch. I spend most of my time working out of the Brentwood office. It's a great city. I live, work, and play in Brentwood, and I just love it there.
Well, the first year I sold 5 homes more than what I had ever sold prior to leaving the other company. And the next year I made 6-figure income, 3 years running now. I've never had anything like this happen before.
I would probably say initially when I first started in real estate, yeah, I was pretty scared, just not knowing the real estate industry. But looking at Mike and knowing his knowledge and what he's done in the past and so forth, I decided it was the right place at the right time, and it couldn't be a better person to learn from. And been doing 6 figures for the last 3.5 years, maybe almost 4 years, and been doing well.
I left the mortgage industry thinking it'd be an easy transition coming into the real estate business. And I'll tell you, initially I struggled. It was I joined a small boutique operation. There was some issues with that organization that just couldn't help me get to the leap or the start that I wanted. And so I needed to make a change. And I came over to RE/MAX obviously 6 months after that, and it just took off from there. I found out as time went by that, I think when you make this transition over to real estate, it's not as easy as one might think. You need tools, and you need training, and you need and I've come to realize for the most part that you need a brand. You need an organization that is recognized by people both locally, nationally, and globally.
The constant training, we have training all the time. The motivation is unbelievable, and also surrounding myself with people who work like I do. We all are busy working on real estate, getting our jobs done, and not complaining. We're just getting at it.
I'm learning something new every day. I definitely like the training, which I think helps me a lot.
Didn't know anything. Okay.
Man, I can't even imagine how much more business I could have done, or how much better I could have been had I had this training right from day one.
that's the good thing about here is that you have training for all types of training for everything, okay? And you can pick and choose what it is you want. It's not mandatory. You don't have to. At my point in my career, there's certain things I really don't want to go back through. I've been through it. Other things that I do want to learn and refresh and everything else. So you're allowed to come and go as you please, as far as the training goes.
The office training program consists of, if not every other week, every week. Even if it's the same training program, which it differentiates a lot as far as the training that he does and the office does and what he brings in and so forth. I highly, highly recommend. Me personally, I come to every training, even if it's the same training that I've done 6 months ago, a year and a half, or 3 years ago. Every single week I do training, and it builds my business because every time I come to training, it helps me grow the business that I do.
Well, it's just coming in, learning new tricks, or not tricks, but new ideas to go out there and implement in my business to make my business stronger and better, and the motivation and support that I receive from working here. All the people here are great.
I feel like I got a lot from it, but it's one of those, you got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because you're going to catch something new every time. It's, putting in and implementing everything that I missed the first time or I heard but didn't actually put to use. So that's my reason for wanting to repeat it.
We have training about once a week, if not a little bit more. And, I do train a lot with my own mentor. And my mentor and my broker are always available with any questions I do have during the week. We train mainly on how to talk to our clients and the marketplace and, to gain more knowledge and help us individually. And I find it helps a lot for me.
I participate both in training that you, of course, provide or my broker provides on a yearly basis. But also there's programs online that RE/MAX establishes that allow me to go in early in the morning and preview multiple areas of business information that I would not ordinarily have available to me.
You're never too old to learn, even though sometimes I think I am, but you're not. And the training programs that you have here, they start from beginners all the way up to people that have been in the business for a long time. So you can still keep learning and doing better. You give us the opportunity to go out and make more money or just make whatever amount we want. We don't have to set the world on fire or, like I said, the only thing you have to worry about is that, you have to come in and you have to perform. You have to go to work.
None of the training is mandatory to say you have to be here. But for anybody not to come to training and further their career and their path and their knowledge and so forth, and not only that, the actual person, which, Mike is a great teacher, very knowledgeable, very strong in the industry, and if he doesn't know, he will find out. I mean, you couldn't work for a better company or a better broker in whole.
If they want to be successful, if they want to prosper, if they want to find a good balance, then most definitely. Sit down and talk to Mike, have a conversation with him, come talk to me. I mean, talk to anybody in the office. Everybody's going to say the same thing. Everybody loves Mike, everybody loves the environment. Just come talk to us.
So transparency, like I believe in honesty, and I have yet to have you say or do anything that you didn't stand behind and do. So many times you hear, well, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But here, when you say you're going to do something, you do it. The honesty here is just can't be denied. And when I call, there's never been a time I called, text, or emailed you that you haven't gotten back to me right away.
I've come a way long way on a consistent basis, which is even more than I ever thought I could do. My next year is already turning out to, I'm going to probably have my biggest first quarter I've ever had. If you didn't come over here, I think you're crazy.
I mean, I've only worked for one other company.
Okay.
So when I originally started, it was the family environment that I liked. And once that company was sold and things changed, and it was time for me to make a move because I didn't like the direction it was going, I sat with Mike, and that was enough. I mean, I felt the good energy, the vibe. You know me, I'm a good energy guy. I'm a karma guy. So I felt the good energy, and that was good enough for me.
The company, started growing. I mean, we went from having a little office with probably a 500 square foot office to having, office that's over 1,000 square feet to having now 3 offices, which is Brentwood and Clayton and Antioch, and us being able to work out of all 3 offices, which is ideal throughout the whole county. And, each office is big and supports us as far as, with the support on hand and also Mike itself.
Well, I could definitely speak from experience. It helped me a lot because I have my colleagues and my broker, support me, but they push me to do better.
Okay.
So it's always nice to have that, especially when you're brand new.
I don't have to tell people who Remax is. It used to be I'd have to introduce the name of my company that I worked for, and people didn't know that company. They hadn't heard of that company. But more importantly, Remax already has all the tools that I needed as a real estate agent. I mean, if I need business cards, if I need letterhead, if I need tools such as marketing materials, if I need online training, if I need access to my broker on a daily basis, these are the reasons I stay with Remax. I don't have a broker that spends his time competing against me in the marketplace and seeking his own clients. His attention is devoted specifically to me and my success.
It's it's the best thing that's happened to me. So in real estate, I'm one, like I said before, I'm one that's I'm a small company. I like small, don't like the large companies, and too many people around. But this has turned out to be different. You guys have a larger company, but it's like a family.
From the people that have came to grow here just like me, I would strongly, strongly recommend to come and work, not just for Mike, but actually the company. He has a great staff support. I mean, it is the only way, in my opinion, and I've seen different companies throughout the area, different things that happen, and there's not a stronger company throughout the Bay Area, meaning Contra Costa, probably Alameda, whatever the case is on this side, that I've run across to not come and work for.
Coordinators, they don't miss a trick. So
Yeah.
when you're working on stuff, you don't have to worry about it. It's being taken care of, and you go on out there and get more.
When I left the other company to come here, I talked to 3 brokers, and Mike was the last. Quit wasting time and come join Blue Line.
You need a broker that's standing behind you. I never had that with my previous organization. And if you wake up every day running your own business, that your broker's standing behind you and doing his job aggressively, then you've got that support.
Come to Remax Blue Line. I love it, and I think it's a good decision. It pushes you to get out of your comfort zone, and I definitely wouldn't have exceeded as much as I have if I wasn't here. All I can say is that Remax Blue Line definitely helps me, and I definitely appreciate having Mike Barbanica as my broker and all the colleagues in the office.
Well, there's nothing to think about as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I've been around long enough. I've only worked for one other company, but I've met other ones. I actually talked to other people when this was all going on, when I left the other place. And there's nobody here out there that compares to this company. I mean, as far as the honesty and the sincereness of you're here, you want to help us. You are. There's no doubt anybody that meets you or talks to you and knows you for any length of time knows you're here to help us. And to do whatever we have to do to get our business taken off and make money, okay, to support our families and stuff. And that's all. That's the main thing is people have to know that when they come here, sit down at the desk, they can trust you and what's going on here.
It's your ideal company to work for.
What made you initially come here?
Mike.
Okay. That was quick.
That's it. Mike.
Okay. And what makes you stay?
Mike. And the agents in the office. I love the family environment, but at the end of the day, it's Mike.
I'm even going to start crying almost because I feel so strongly about it. I just want to say thank you so much for all of your support. Having my back, that's really what I needed, was somebody who believed in me to help me get where I am today, and that's what I have.